Hi guys, today we are going to extract DNA from a strawberry. I have my lab assistant Sophie here to help me. Wave, Soph. Hi. Okay, so you want to use fresh strawberries. And you want to make sure that the green stem is removed. Thank you, Soph. And you want to cut it up. I suggest cutting it up into smaller pieces or ripping it apart, however you want to do it. And I'm only going to use 2 strawberries.
Does it eat grapes?
Will there be enough DNA in 2 strawberries?
Why, yes, there will be enough DNA.
Is that because there's DNA in every cell?
There is DNA in every cell, and not only that, strawberries are unique because they have 8 pairs of DNA, whereas human cells, there's only, or I should say, 8 pairs of chromosomes, whereas with a human, there's only 2. So since there's 8, there's so much more that we can see without using a microscope.
Is that why they're so delicious?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, don't eat the stems.
Yeah, don't eat the stems, though. But, all right, well, you're going to do that. And what you want to do is you want to put it into a Ziploc bag and try to get as much out of the air out of the Ziploc bag as you can. And make sure it's sealed nice and tight. And then you want to mash the strawberries with your hands.
Can I just hit it with a hammer?
I wouldn't hit it with a hammer because you might risk a hole in the bag. I mean, it certainly sounds like something that we would want to do, and it's a lot quicker, but best to just use your fingers. Soph, do you want to help? Sophie?
Oh, you got a new assistant.
I got a new assistant joining me. Well, you gave up your chair, so Butters joined us. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. Now we're going to prepare what we call our DNA extraction fluid. So we found a coin on the floor.
Amazing. That's extraordinary.
Coin.
Yes. Okay. Now we're going to prepare our DNA extraction fluid. And to do that, we need a few different ingredients. We need water. We need dish soap. And we need salt.
Spoons too.
You're going to use the spoons too? Okay. I'm going to take the coins out of the container. And we're going to now add half a cup of water. Half a cup.
Sophie. Spoons. Sophie, spoons.
Half a cup of water. We're going to add
Nope.
2 teaspoons of detergent. Yeah. One.
Sophie have one. Sophie have one.
2. Yes, you do have one. Oh, don't scoop it.
No.
But thank you. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Now you want to stir not so much because you don't want it to get all soapy.
Do it.
I'll have you do the next part. But make sure that salt is nicely mixed in there too. Now, Sophie, you have a very important job. Thank you.
Yeah, love you.
I love you too. Thank you. Can you hold the bag open? Can you hold the bag open, sweet pea?
How do we get anything done?
We don't.
No, just leave the bag on the
leave
table.
the bag on the table, okay?
Just hold it open.
And then you're going to pour the extraction liquid into the bag of strawberries. Like so. Okay, and then you want to do it again.
Sissy push.
Just a second. Okay, can you help me seal the bag? So press. Press. Yeah, press like this. Yeah, good job. Very nice. Okay. Now we want to make sure that it's mixed in with the strawberries. Giving us a little background music, which is great. Now we need a strainer, and we're going to put it back. Actually, that's a great idea, Mr. Leighton. We will put it into this beaker mug, like so. You want to be very careful. And then you can get more by pushing a spoon or something against the filter. You can also use a coffee filter.
Go. Mommy, Sophie, go.
Where did Sophie go?
Where is Sophie? I lost her.
Go.
There she is. Okay. So now, I'm going to push as much as you can out, but it looks like we've got a healthy amount here anyway. Now, the last ingredient is isopropyl alcohol. I have 70%. It has to come from the freezer. So put it in the freezer first for a little bit. Probably should have led with that. Make sure that it's frozen. You'll see this in the instructions that I give you. But the cold is going to help the extraction process. It'll help it to extract a lot more and a lot quicker. And you can find this at the pharmacy or the grocery store. Lately, people have been using it as a cleaning product, so it might be hard to come by. So hopefully you have some at home. I managed to get some the other day, so just be aware of that.
Will it freeze solid in the freezer?
It will not freeze solid, no, because its freezing point is a lot lower than that of water. So what happens is it will remain liquid in the standard freezer. So that's good. Good question. Very important to know. And I want to try and get it to stay on the top of the mixture. So I'm going to tilt the glass a little bit. And I'm going to pour on the side.
Is that kind of like when you made your density columns?
It's exactly like that, yes. Because you don't want it, it would eventually settle on the top, but in the interest of time and to see it quickly, we want to have it so that it is on the top. Maybe I'll pour some more in there. Okay, and we might want to give it a minute, but if you look from the side,
Easier to see from the top.
yep, but also from the side, you can see the layer of alcohol and then the layer of strawberries. And so this is where the DNA is going to end up floating. When it's extracted from the strawberries, it's going to float to the top through the alcohol, so we'll be able to see it.
Does that mean the DNA is more or less dense than the strawberry juice?
It would indicate that it is less dense, because if it is floating, It has a lower density, so it'll float to the top.
Amazing. What's all those white swirls?
That is actually the DNA floating to the top. So if I take the fork,
Yeah, yeah.
there you have some strawberry DNA. And if you can see, it's starting to, more and more of it is starting to float to the top. We've got more DNA. So the soap and the salt played very important roles. They help to dissolve the cell membrane in order for us to get to the middle of the cell, to the nucleus where the DNA is located. And by mashing the strawberries, that opened up the cells to help us get to those a lot quicker. Now, it may not look like DNA that you are used to seeing. And it feels like jelly. And I can spin it, or I can kind of thread it in my fingers like this. Okay. And I can get more and more as the mixture settles. But if you look into the liquid, you can see the strings of DNA.
Wow.
There you have it.
Dare you to eat it.
No.
Maybe very soapy.
Very soapy and very strong and salty. Yeah, not exactly something that I would suggest you eat. But we are coming up on the peak of strawberry picking season, so there's certainly a lot of fresh strawberries in supply in this part of the country. So I strongly encourage you try this at home. There are instructions, many different kinds of instructions online. I will post the ones that I used, and I'd be interested to see if you guys get similar results that I do. I sincerely miss you guys so much. Hope you're all staying well and having fun. If you want to see more experiments, I'd be more than happy to try a few more with you. And I just miss you so much. And I will see you soon.
Hey, dude, say bye.
You say bye, Sophie?
Blow a kiss. Oh.
Done, please.
Oh.